Good morning. It is 6:28 in the morning right now, and the sun, you can see, is just coming up over the rice factory. Maybe you can pick it up in the background there. Maybe the angle's not right. This is April 11th right now, and we're on day 20. So we're getting closer to the Cambodian New Year. I think that's what everybody was kind of celebrating yesterday. As we get closer and closer, they're warming up for the New Year. The New Year is officially April 14th through the 16th. But yeah, why not start early? So yeah, so Happy New Year-ish. Let's see, what are we doing today? We're just going to be going about 31 kilometers down to Krong, Battambang. The weather looks really nice, but Krong, Battambang's got some good affordable accommodations there. So I'm going to go ahead and, since it's affordable accommodation, kick up my feet, do some laundry, take a shower, and yeah, and just kind of take a little bit of a break. I still have 10 days on my visa, so I'm 20 days through my visa, and I got 10 days left, and I'm not that far. I'm not that far from the border crossing. So yeah, so I have the time to spare, and yeah, that's kind of just going to be the plan. I'm going to go ahead and get on the highway here and start pushing along until I get there. And yeah, so short, sweet, and let's hit the road. All right, guys. That was the wrong way. Something I noticed that's being built a lot here. This one's a 7-Eleven, but you can see that this one's still moving in, but they're rest stops. They're like, they got the cafe Amazon. The foods places actually seem like they're pretty standard, like the same ones in each place. Dorio, which is like fried chicken and stuff. The pizza was what I actually got the other day. But what makes it nice about bicycling, yeah, you see these are the same type of food stands, same coffee shop, but it's got a nice restroom. And it gives you a spot that's shaded, pull over, get your water, get your energy drinks. And they're not all 7-Elevens. This one just happens to be a 7-Eleven, each one. But it seems like these are the standard actual food courts and stuff like that, and that actually is very enjoyable. And I noticed they're building a lot of them, a lot of gas stations. Why, I don't know. It almost seems like an overdevelopment of gas stations because they're like brand spanking new. But they're very convenient too because they got all the chips, sodas, everything. So yeah, I had to, I guess, look up what the reason of the big push for the development of the gas stations and the convenience stores are. If it's to promote tourism or what, I don't quite know. So I'd be just talking out of ignorance if I said anything. So anyway, it does make a wonderful way to actually travel the country and have these actually where you can pull and get out of the sun. And like I said, grab like a you know, like a soda pop or an ice cream. The ice creams are decent price too here, so not bad. About $1, you know. That's not super outrageous, not super cheap. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So I'm only about 3 kilometers out of Krong. Battambang is that way. I decided to pull over in the shade and start looking for maybe a spot to stay. And they had some good $3 hostels and stuff like this at the backpacker, but we're so close to the New Year right now. I'm trying to book for 3 nights because I was looking at the distance, what's in between me here and actually the border, which isn't much if I'm taking the back road. Yeah, there's not really anything, so it'd be camping, so I can stay here for a few nights. But I literally, when I'm looking at the rooms that are like $3 a piece at the backpacker, like the social backpacker, it's sold out. I mean, as I'm like doing a comparison between Agoda, Google Maps and Booking.com, it's sold out. I'm like, well, jump over to, you know, Booking.com, see if it's sold out there. It's sold out, and the next one up just sold out, and everything just started selling out as I'm watching it. You know, I'm watching this, everything sell out. So I don't know if everybody's getting on and they're just updating their price list, because usually during the holidays and stuff, they'll get on and jack up all the prices. It's just common. That's what they all do. If they start running out of rooms, they'll increase the price and stuff. So anyway, I had to kind of grab whatever I could. I ended up getting a motel instead of a hostel, or a hotel instead of a hostel. One with a little bit worse ratings, and one that's about 1 kilometer out of downtown. But like I said, I ran out. Like, that was my cheapest option. It was came down a little less than $5 a night. But then if I wouldn't have booked it right then, that was like the last cheap one in you know, that I could locate. So anyway, I took that one. I'm gonna head over there now, although check-in's not till 2, and I'll be going down that way. Hey, what's up, y'all? It is 1:36 right now, and I got to the hotel room in all its glory. Yeah, so I got here, and it's a little on the outside of town. The guy's like, make sure you lock up your bike. He's like, yeah, they'll steal it here. And I'm like, oh, great. It's that part of town, huh? No Wi-Fi. No Wi-Fi. I'm like, oh, I can't do that. I paid for 3 nights, right? So I just paid him. And I didn't know he was Houdini because as soon as I paid him, he vanished. He came back out eventually. I was like, hey, I can't stay here 3 nights if I don't have Wi-Fi. I have 2 videos that I need to upload already from camping and stuff, and yeah, so I'm not too upset about it. He's like, well, I'll pay you back later tonight if the Wi-Fi is not working, but like right now, look, I got my camera set on low light setting because it's dark as hell in this room, and this place has seen its better days. The guy's super nice though. Honestly, he's a very nice guy. I feel bad, and he didn't put up too much of a fuss when I told him I wanted to be refunded. I paid in cash, and he paid me back in cash. I said, 1 night's good. I'll be gone tomorrow. And then my luck, yeah, you can't see that. Social Backpackers actually, for the next 2 nights, did have a spot at $3 a night with some change, after taxes. So I got the 12th through the 14th. So 12, 13, right? Those 2 nights for $6.98, and they have better ratings. It is a hostel, so bunk beds. So yeah, and what might have happened is I tried to put in too many days, because if the last day that you're asking for, you're requesting, is a day that they're completely booked up, but these 2 are open, it'll just show sold out for that whole time. That's usually why it's best to go 1 day and then see if you can squeeze 2 days in, and then 3, on the app, because as soon as it hits that spot where it's sold out. So what I think I did was the actual 14th is the 14th, the night of the 14th is the one that's sold out. So I think that's what happened to me. And anyway, yeah, sold out for the Chinese New Year that's coming up and stuff like that. But I'm happy I got those 2 days at least in a Wi-Fi zone. So yeah, this will be the 3rd video that piles up. Anyway, that's where I'm at right now. I'm not going to really go out and do anything today. I'm just going to go ahead, kick back, relax, and all that fun stuff, and say goodnight, y'all. I might not, just because it's only 1 o'clock, so I might end up adding something later on this. So, hi guys. Well, I was taking an evening spin on the bicycle, just a evening ride, but now it's starting to rain a little bit. So, I mean, it's great weather for the rain. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know how much water this little guy right here, this thing right here, will actually take before it short circuits. So I'm just kind of waiting for the rain to cease, and then I'll get back on the bike. But it's beautiful down there, actually. So I got a little street food. I don't know exactly what's in it all. I do see a foot there. Look at that. And some noodles and everything. It's a grab bag. I don't know, but I figured I'll try it. So I gotta say that actually it's pretty good. It's got tofu in it and mushrooms and different things like that. Noodles and stuff. Yeah, it's got a foot in it, but I can always eat around the foot. It's a foot. But it's good. It really is.